The pregame show was a lot more fun than this, man. 58-44, Milwaukee Bucks over the Chicago Bulls right now. This is a tough first half by the Bulls. Even though they kept it close for a little while there, the Milwaukee Bucks have pulled away from the Bulls twice now. In this case, Nikola Vucevic leading the Bulls and scoring with 15 points. But then you got to look at DeMar DeRozan's 0-6 from the field. Kobe White's 1-4 from the field. Alex Caruso's 1-4 from the field. So you got three players that are combined 2 for 14 from the field that just is not going to cut it. And then off the bench, really don't have much production off the bench. Andre Drummond with 7, and then you got Terry Taylor with 1 point. That's the only point production you got off the bench. Onuralp team did get in the game. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 foul, 0 for 2 from the field so far. We'll see how Billy Donovan goes to him in the future, but right now the Bulls are just struggling strictly by the nature of scoring points. It's just aren't shooting the ball effectively at all. We're 15-43 from the field for 34%. We're 4-13 from the field for from 3-point range for 30%. We only have 12 assists on 15 made baskets, but again, that 15 made baskets part is real tough for the Bulls. They got some things that they definitely can tighten up on. Everything that they can tighten up on here in the second half of the game if they truly want to get back in this game and have just look respectable right now. Like the Bulls are absolutely getting dog walked out there. We're losing the rebounding battle 26-23. That's a tough thing. We got turnovers. We got 6 turnovers to their 3. We need to tighten that up as well. In this game, bench points or both teams are tied with 8. And then points in the paint. The Bulls are actually winning points in the paint 22-18, but that doesn't really matter in a game like this. Like the Milwaukee Bucks right now are shooting the ball 43% from the 42% from the 3-point line. And so that really has helped create that separation as well for them. They have 15 more points from the 3-point line than what we have. And so that's it's difficult for the Bulls when they're playing like that to really get back in the game. And so let's hope that the Bulls can play much better in the second half of this game and just come in and just play a tighter brand of basketball overall, both on offense and defense. They allowed a lot of long threes to start off that game by Dame Lillard, and it really kind of dictated the pace and kind of the mood in that game after that point. So, we'll see what ends up happening if the Bulls can really, get back in gear with that. But it's been tough right now. It's been tough. We need to play better in the third quarter, Haize. This is bad. Yeah, it's real bad, real bad. Let's talk Bulls. Honestly surprised we're not down 26, but it's sad to see Kobe continue to struggle. Yeah, you really want to hope that Kobe's going to be able to get out of the struggle right now. The way that Kobe White is playing, man, is going to be real tough, bro. Real tough. You I was hoping that this would be one of those games that Kobe kind of start working himself out of that slump. Doesn't seem like that's going to happen, man. But the slump is real. The slump is real. And as much as Kobe says it's not fatigue for minutes, I don't believe that at all. When you look at it, a lot of his short shots are coming up short. That's usually a sign of fatigue. Uh, Shay says, no yesterday's prices and today's price, but the Milwaukee Bucks has known to collapse in the third quarter. Just some food for thought. First of all, the food for thought you need is to spell better, better grammar. But no, I'm just messing with you, Shay. Shout out to my little brother, Shay. But I will say this, is that yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks have they're turnover prone. They have been known to have bad third quarters. A lot of that was before Doc came in to this team. Let's see what they end up bringing, man. Let's see. Ghost Low says, I hate Javon Carter, as many people do. Many people do. I feel like Kobe White needs to be more aggressive with his scoring. Scoring? Pick up your bottom lip, Shay, and then he'll draw a lot of fouls in order to get himself going. That's one thing that I did talk about like a month ago, is that the next thing that I want to see from Kobe was the ability to get to that free throw line, and that was before the slump. But that could definitely help in a slump like this if he starts getting to that free throw line. People keep saying they need to shoot more. I've literally watched the Bulls pass up 3 easy layups in 3 games for 3. They just met to score. They just need to score, probably is what you meant by that. But I agree with you. The Bulls just need to take advantage of the thing I always say with the Chicago Bulls. We don't generate easy offense at all. Everything we get is difficult because we just don't generate easy offense because we don't move without the ball regularly. That's one thing that the Bulls can definitely do to help tighten that up as far as just getting them back in games and keep games closer, especially even with games, not having the 3-point shooting that a lot of other teams have. Why the fuck is Vooch all of a sudden playing so good? Listen, Vooch is killing it right now. He is killing it right now. Like, you got to give him credit. Vooch is really back locked in, man. I know people are upset at how we're defending Giannis, but there's nothing we can do without Craig and Williams. Drummond and Vooch can't play all 48 minutes. Well, no, to say there's nothing we can do, that's just false. If you notice, a lot of times, Alex Caruso in this game, he's been trying to cheat, meaning that like he tries to like go for the steal and kind of let Giannis go and tries to tip the ball, and that's allowed Giannis to use his length and really get to the rim easily. Not saying Caruso's been terrible on defense, but he's trying to gamble on defense. And when you do that against a player like Giannis, sometimes that's going to work. We've seen Caruso actually have success doing that on Giannis in the past, but right now it's not going to work, man. All I want is for this team to be good. You can't tell me the MJ era used up all the winning the basketball gods gave the Bulls. Well, keep in mind, we had the Derrick Rose era as well. But yeah, we just got to build a team correctly, man. Well, we need a draft size this year. Even if we had P. Will and Craig, we'd still be small. Small compared to the Bucks, yes, but small compared to the to around the league, not really so much. The league has gone smaller overall. So we'll see. Batum might not be scoring, but he's always in the right place to play help, which is something we've been struggling with. Completely agree with you there. Completely agree with you. Bulls for Life says, does this count as episode 1000? So no. So episode 1000 is just the daily episodes. That's the episodes I post in the morning of every day. Technically, the channel overall has 2.2 thousand videos, which means that over 1,000 days, I on average post 2 videos a day. That's mainly because of free agency. I post multiple videos those days. Breaking news videos, I post multiple on those days. And then game days. Game days, there's going to be 4 episodes every game day because I post the daily and then I do the pregame, halftime, and postgame shows. So that's how that works. But I don't count those. I don't count the live stream as part of the daily episode count. So the 1,000 is just 1,000 daily episodes, meaning the episodes I post in the morning. We've posted 1,000 of those. What's wrong with James Harden? He needs to trim that shit at least. I know he's but ugly without it, but damn, what does James Harden have to do with this? I know Lopez is a good shooter, especially for a big, but he shouldn't be getting this many shots up. I mean, it's you kind of got to because the Bulls are playing to not allow penetration, and so that's one good thing that this team does really what the Milwaukee Bucks do really well. They get to the rim, and so to kind of limit that, that's going to allow your bigs to have those opportunities. It sucks, but yeah. It's frustrating to be a Bulls fan. You never know what you'll see game to game. I completely agree with you. Again, that goes back to that thing I've been talking about with this team for a long time. The Bulls have no identity, none. I feel like we should have started Vooch and Drummond. The Twin Towers lineup has actually been pretty good for us this season, and this is a game where it would be very effective. I got to debunk that, and I've talked about this several times. The 2 big lineup has not been good for the Bulls. There's been one game where it's been a positive net plus minus and a positive overall net. Only that's it. That's against Memphis. Every other game, literally, yeah, we get more rebounds, but it's a net negative every single time. We've had nets, negative plus minuses of negative 10, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8. And then we've had negative net ratings of 30, 25, 61 at one point. So, no, the double big lineup does not, it looks good. And that's why the eye test isn't always true either. It looks good, but it doesn't always contribute to the Bulls actually winning their matchups when those 2 players are on the court together. That's why the statistics the analytics don't match the eye test there. And you got to play that. And so if you're getting outscored by 10 plus points with Vooch and Drummond out there, and the only thing you're netting out of that better is more rebounds, what are you really getting out of that, right? So I get what you're saying, and this is a game where that double big lineup could make sense, but it's still a specialty lineup that you could only use for spurts. You can't rely on that to be your lineup. You can't really do that. Gotta agree with Mario. An injury to Craig or Pat, and we're watching Caruso guard Giannis. Caruso's had success guarding Giannis before, though, so we need Caruso to go off on offense. Been a while since he went on a heater. Yeah, I mean, but he's been hurt, right? So he's been up and down. So that definitely plays a part into it as well. So what else we got? You can tell Vooch is pissed too. Almost every game, you can see the rage on his face. Vooch kind of look always the same. Thinking about this realistically, we have faced a completely healthy Cavs team in one. Now, Bucks team who's healthy besides Chris Middleton. We were missing Levine, P. Will, and Craig. Yeah, that's why I said before. Like everything kind of it all works out. Where the Bulls are right now, considering all the injuries and things that they've had, you can't be too mad at it, right? I'm tired of the Bulls building a mediocre team. We need to do better on building and winning. Well, that's easy to say, bro. Like it's very difficult to do. Keep Vooch and Drummond in the lineup on the floor together because offensively we can't find any more scores. Again, like I said, it has not worked. It has not worked the way that people think it has. Crucify me if you want, but the double big lineup would mean shit to this game. The Bulls would be in the same place they're currently at in this game. We need to draft more size this offseason at the 4 and 5. Well, it's not just about size, it's also about how the play style, right? Because you just have big ass people out there that ain't gonna do shit. There's no such thing as a Giannis stopper. Yes, there's no Giannis stopper in the league, period. Yeah, the Scotty Barnes injury is real. That's crazy. Is it possible to get excited to watch the Bulls at any point for the rest of 2024? I mean, listen, you got to have the tempered expectations, right? So, Kid X says, congratulations on your 1K. Haize, pissed I missed your 1K special earlier. Keep up the great content. Appreciate you, brother. Glad for having you in here, man. Haize, one of the main problems I consistently see with this team is we don't get out and run once we get the damn turnover. Jesus Christ, it's easy points right there. Get your ass out and run. Well, I mean, I agree with that. And I also think moving out the ball, those are two things that you really want to see the Bulls do much better. Damn, the chat refresh. Tay Holland says, we also have a lot of injuries and really not down by much. So that says a lot. I mean, listen, they went on stretches. The Bulls have definitely gone on runs in this game that have helped the lead not be bigger than what it is right now, because the Milwaukee Bucks could have had a much bigger lead. So everyone in the chat did Dwight Howard and clap the like button, then subscribe, support the channel. That's crazy. Crazy. Hope Doc Rivers goes into the playoff mode and gets out coached in the second half. Oh, it probably will happen. It probably will happen. How is this not closer? Bucks missed 8-9 possessions in a row. Bulls can't score. Well, the Bulls also went on a 5-minute scoring drought. So I mean, you got to look at that as well, right? But all right, guys, I'll be back at post game. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all.